Fight sticks. What is it about them that we love so much? Whether you are a casual gamer, a collector, a hardcore fighting game fan that goes to tournaments, or just somebody that loves that old school feel of the arcade cabinet, fighting sticks have this incredible following that just makes them really quite special. So as you can see, I have two new additions to the collection sitting before me, and we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing video. We have the Catz TE2 Plus arcade fight stick, the Street Fighter V edition, which I managed to find brand new via eBay on a bit of a gold mine of a find there. So I'm really happy with this. And to the side here we have the Razer Panthera, the Marvel vs Capcom Infinite Edition, and this is quite a beautiful fight stick as well, from what I've seen from pictures online, and this was going for half price on the official Razer website, so this was too good an opportunity to pass up. So two brand new fight sticks that we're going to be diving into and going through all the features between each and just seeing what they have to offer. So let's jump in. Okay, first up we have the Razer Panthera, and this is the official mainline Panthera, not to be confused with the new Evo edition, which is currently for sale in the US and also in Europe as well. But if you go to the main Razer website and look under Panthera, certainly in Europe, you are directed to this particular edition. So what's different about the Evo versus this edition? Well, this one is their original Panthera. They kind of evolved it into the Evo, and I gotta say, I think the original Panthera is possibly the best out of the two of them. This one has original Sanwa components, but we're going to get into that in just a few seconds. But first of all, let's just take a look at the outer box. We have this, obviously this hero image of the fight stick itself with some of the Marvel and Capcom characters kind of breaking out of the artwork. And it's a really nice cover graphic. Spin it around, you can see, hopefully you can see some of the features that the fight stick offers as well. But enough hanging around, let's start getting this thing unboxed. It is not a light stick, that's for sure. It is quite a chunky beast. As you would expect, just formal kind of packaging, nothing too exciting. We've got foam inserts. We have a nice little message from the Razer crew. Congratulations, there's no turning back. For the gamers, by the gamers, the official tagline from Razer. Get rid of that just now, and we will start unboxing. So, inserts, we can just kick that out of the way. And as you can see, I'll just hold that up. Oh, there you go. The Panthera. So, let's lift this out. Oh my goodness, it's heavy. It is really heavy. Well packaged, that's for sure. And we'll just pop this away. Now, the film. Look at this. It's almost like the silver film. It's really quite nice. Very reflective. You can just see the design of the stick peering through the translucency of the fight stick. So let's just take this off. Careful not to damage the fight stick. Oh my goodness, there you go. Put that to the side and look at that. That thing is really nice. So we have the full design of all of the Marvel vs Capcom characters. Everything is, as you can see, is still filmed over, and sadly we have this really garish logo. I don't know why fight sticks do that with their limited edition runs, is that they have this big old game logo in the corner. It's a bit of a shame. It does kind of ruin the overall aesthetic, but that's not exclusive to this fight stick. It's every fight stick. I mean, we'll get a look at the TE2 Plus in a second, the Street Fighter edition. Again, that's got the logo in the side as well. Unfortunately, I just kind of, I'd like it. I'd prefer it if it was just the artwork with no game logos. Everybody knows what the game is. But anyway, enough hanging around. Let's take the film off. So it says caution here with your hands. Interesting. Welcome to the cult of culture. Cult of Razer, I should say. So we'll just peel this off. And do it very carefully. Oh, there we go. And it has a film. I gotta say, the presentation, the build quality is seriously nice. Look at that. And we'll do the awesome bit as well. What we'll do actually, I'm going to grab my stand. Okay, hopefully you're getting a better look at it now via the stand. And let's just get these bits off like this. There's something immensely satisfying about peeling off film from a brand new product. I don't know why. Nice. And we have this last little bit of film here. Look at that. Holy smoke. That is a gorgeous fight stick. Really, really nice. I'll just hold it up a little bit so you get a better look at it as well. Trying to not get too much glare on the fight stick as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the fight stick. 8 Sanwa buttons and a Sanwa lever, very much different from the Panthera Evo, which has Razer's own proprietary buttons in there. We have the touchpad, we have L3, R3 respectively, PlayStation button, PS3, PS4. I'm not sure if this is compatible with PC actually, I may have to do a little bit of research, but that doesn't concern me. I mostly only play my fighting games on PS4 anyway, so that's fine. We have some really nice switches here, which are to lock and unlock the buttons, and we have the traditional LS, DP and RS switch at the top as well. Just really, really high quality buttons, high quality finish across the board. Now, the big selling point about this is, whilst you cannot really customize the artwork on the standard Panthera, mostly because it is bonded to the plexiglass, you would have to get a heat gun and pry up the plexiglass to then put your own artwork underneath. But then you'd have to try and source a brand new piece of plexiglass in order to fit it back again. So I'm probably not going to do much unless I decide to do maybe a bit of a vinyl wrap just directly over the top of the plexiglass. That is an option that I may look at as well. But the big selling point about this one is this button right here. If I press that, oh, it's really nice and chunky. And I lift it up, look at this. Wow, there you go. That, if I spin that around so you guys can get a real good look at it, we'll do some punch-in shots as well. There you go. It has this hydraulic arm to keep the hood of the trunk open, essentially. And there you have all access to all the components, your PCB, your lever, all of your buttons are clearly wired, color-coded, etc. And in here, as you see, it's still in this box because it is brand new, you have a really nice braided cable. Not a polycarbonate cable or anything like that, or plastic cable. It is a really nice plastic cable with a screw-in attachment right there, 5-pin. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure where it is. If I spin this back around, you are supposed to get a bat top with it as well, but I'm not too sure if this one comes with a bat top. Maybe it doesn't. The original Panthera did come with a ball top and a bat top, but I'm thinking maybe this edition doesn't actually include that. I don't think it does. Oh, a little bit disappointing there. But overall, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fight stick. If I just pop the cable back in this little tray. There we go, just pop that in. Nice, and then, oh my goodness, that hinge mechanism. Seriously, you could play with that all day. It is super smooth and super solid. And it's a really, oh, that's probably because it's on the stand. Let me just pop that down. There we go. There you go. A really satisfying click as well. It is beautiful. Let's just hold that up again so you get a good look at it. That is a stunning fight stick. So, other features that this includes. On the side, of course, you've got your traditional start and options button, which still has a little bit of film there. Let's just peel that off. Perfect. And then on the back, you have a full base rubberized mat. So that's going to really help with like the lack of slipping, especially if it's on your lap and stuff like that. So the size of it is really good as well, really satisfying. It is, you just imagine doing your combinations and things there. Really, really nice. Satisfying click. Just the buttons, the Sanwa buttons are just so smooth and just really, really nice to press. Not too loud, I think they're just standard stock. You can obviously switch them out for silent buttons, which of course you can get. Or if you're not a fan of Sanwa components as well, switch it out for like Hayabusa components as well, which are also really high grade. So there you go. That is a first look at the Razer Panthera Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Edition. And it's beautiful. It is a really, really nice stick. So next up, let's take a look at the TE2 Mad Catz Street Fighter 5 edition. Okay, here we go. This is the Mad Catz TE2 plus Street Fighter 5 edition, and this for many years has been the big boy, the main stick on the block for tournaments. And a number of years ago, Mad Catz went bankrupt, and these things were like gold dust. They were incredibly difficult to get. You had to really scour the internet and some suppliers that maybe had some old stock that they were trying to sell, but a lot of the things on eBay were just, you know, the price of them went through the roof. But I was lucky enough to find this for a bit of a bargain, and it was brand new. It still had the factory seals on it and everything. I couldn't believe my luck. So of course you have to just jump at the chance, because you may never get one again. Now, this was actually my second TE2 fight stick. My original one I actually got off Amazon, and it was brand new as well. It was a grey colour scheme, and it was really, really nice. However, there was an issue with the PCB and the lever, and for some reason the inputs were just not responding. It was like constantly pressing to the left on like a turbo mode. It was really bizarre. And of course, at the time I was new to fight sticks, I didn't really understand how to get into the internals and try and fix the problem. So I sent it back, and of course somebody else obviously just snapped it up, and then I couldn't find one for the longest time. So when this came up, I just had to jump at it. So let's get this thing unboxed. Okay, so I've already had this taken out of the box just to have a little bit of a look at it, so which is why the majority of packaging has been taken off already. But if I just hold it up, you can get a real good look at that artwork. Really, really nice, really well packaged. And yeah, let's take it out. Whoa. Now this thing, physically, it is bigger, just a little bit bigger than the Panthera. But in terms of weight, it feels very, very comparative. Here we go. Wow, look at that. That is pretty nice. I'll try and get it out of the glare of, but it's hard to, it's difficult with the plexiglass. The light bounces off it like crazy, but you can hopefully get a really good look at that as well. So we've got Ryu on the left-hand side of the fight stick, and of course a nice, I mean, that's not actually too bad. In terms of game logos, it's quite small in the bottom right corner, which isn't too bad at all. But it is a beautiful fight stick overall. Red and black and white colour scheme, as you kind of would expect with the Ryu colour scheme. So let's get it on the tray and we get a better look at it, a better look at the buttons, and a real good analysis going on. So there you go. It's a really almost quite bulky shape compared to the Panthera, but that's probably going to work in its favour, because you feel like you've got this Tonka truck sitting on your lap, and it is just super robust, really, really nice. So a little bit of play there in the plexiglass, a little bit of flex. So if you're quite hard on your fight sticks, then you may obviously maybe notice that, and it might give you a moment of pause, thinking it's going to maybe creak and ultimately break. But ultimately, the fight stick is super robust. Same as the Panthera, we've got the PlayStation button, we've got locking buttons, LSDPRS button there, PS3, PS4 switch, and L3, R3 respectively. Around the front, we have your options and start buttons just there under the hood. And the difference that I like about this stick versus the Panthera is the Panthera's connector kind of juts out kind of about that much from the base of the unit, whereas this one, because of the molding, the angled molding, is actually housed within the molding, which is a really, really nice feature. Now, the other big selling point about this fight stick, that has always been the case, is of course modability. So I think the buttons here, yeah, it's actually underneath the stand. And if I just open this up so you get a good look, whoa, there you go. Pop on the stand, and as you can see, it's full access. Again, that's what you want. If you're into fight sticks in any way, shape or form, you want that ability to mod things. You've got the lever, access to the gate, obviously the PCB board I think is under here. I'm not terribly familiar with PCB modification, so don't hang me for that. But then you've got all access to your buttons as well, all color-coded cabling as well. And in this bit here, you have your cable. Sadly, not a braided cable like the Panthera, but it's a pretty robust plastic-coated cable, 5-pin screw connector as pretty standard, especially for fight sticks of the time. It is a few years old, the TE2. And yeah, space in here for maybe spare buttons can go in there. There's a little insert there, pop a couple of spare buttons in there. Or you've got your tool bit there, a little screwdriver, or just a little bit of space in the base here as well to basically add things whatever you want. Now in terms of customizability of the artwork, you can basically unscrew these points here, and then that should lift up this top panel here, and then it gives you access to basically switch that out for anything you like. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this. I did have a wicked idea as to fully mod it, vinyl wrap maybe these white end panels to either red or black, and then maybe do a bit of a Spawn theme artwork on the top here, switching out the buttons for different colors, maybe red, maybe I'm not sure, maybe 6 reds and 2 whites, or keep the black and just do 6 red ball top, and have Spawn as the main kind of artwork there as well. So that is maybe a future project I'll look at when I decide what I want to do with it. So there you go. One of the best fight sticks. If you are lucky enough to source one, then you've basically got an incredible shell to do whatever you want with it. But straight out of the box, you've got arcade quality arcade fight sticks. It's just the greatest thing. Okay, so side by side, as you can see, we have the Razer Panthera versus the Mad Catz TE2 Plus Street Fighter V Edition fight stick. And honestly, there's really not much between them in terms of the surface features. Both incorporate Sanwa components in terms of the lever and the buttons. Both have the hinge mechanism, which is kind of a must for arcade fight sticks to give you that level of customization to really switch out any component you wish. Both are a similar size. I think the Mad Catz is just a little bit physically bigger. In terms of weight, it doesn't feel like there's much in it, but you'd have to get the scales out and really weigh each just to see if there is any real discrepancy. But both are really solid. Both have incredible build quality. Overall though, in terms of build quality, I would have to say that the Panthera is just that little bit higher level of build quality in terms of the quality of the switches, the hydraulic arm, which helps with the lifting mechanism, the opening mechanism of the main kind of chassis. But overall though, there's very, very little in it. The only thing I would say is that I guess it would come down to cost. These are incredibly, incredibly rare. So if you can actually find a new one or a really good second-hand one, you're probably going to be paying quite a bit for it, unless you can find a real steal, which I was lucky enough to find, and I got this for significantly less than what they were as new, and it was new when I got it. Still had the factory seals on it, so incredible find there. But currently, on the official Razer website, this is going for only £106. It's half price. It's normally retailing at £210, but you can buy it right now for £105, which is incredible. A bit of I don't know if it's only for Christmas, but that is quite a bargain, I have to say. And so, even if you want to switch out all the components, do your own graphics on the top, you have got an amazing, basically base chassis, like shell of a fight stick with Sanwa buttons and components to basically do what you want with and have a lot of fun. Whether you are just a fan of arcade games, playing solo like Golden Axe or Final Fight, or even playing offline in like more kind of casual games, fighting games I should say, like Street Fighter, like Mortal Kombat, or if you want to cart this to proper tournaments, this is basically obviously going to be brilliant, I would imagine. I can't really speak to tournament level. That's not really why I buy fight sticks and play fighting games. I'm very much of the casual spectrum, but I just love having them. And of course, the Mad Catz TE2 needs no introduction. It is the kind of the granddaddy of them, the original, the go-to fight stick if you can find one. But good luck with that. But anyway, that is a bit of an initial look at 2 brand new fight sticks for the collection. As you can see just here, I have my Nikon Daija, which I really, really love. I've got the Wolverine scheme on there. Check out one of our previous videos where we did a full customization video on modding that. And up here, I've got my Razer Panthera Evo as well, which is a great fight stick. It's really, really good. But 2 brand new ones for the collection. And now I just need to work out where I'm going to put them. So guys, thanks for watching, and take care. Hope you had a great Christmas as well. These are a little bit of a present for myself. We'll hopefully see you for more videos in the future. Take care. Bye bye.